welcome to Gift Wrapping by Elaine. Today I want to show you how to make some paper flowers. These here have been made either with tissue paper or crepe paper. All made the same way, but you can see they all look quite different. This is more of a spiky edge, where this one here is quite a soft curly edge. But as I say, they're all made the same way, and I'll show you how to do them. I'm going to make one out of tissue paper, and I've got 6 sheets here, but 5 is actually enough. And the size I'm working with is 18 centimetres by 25, but that's not set in stone. As long as the length is about half as much again as the width, you will be fine. So layer them up like that on top of each other, and starting with the edge nearest to you, you're going to pleat the tissue. Now, don't do the pleats too narrow, because if you do, you'll have trouble opening them out. And just go backwards and forwards like this. If you hold it at the edge rather than in the middle, they tend to stay together. So once you've gone the full length, fold the tissue in half, get the edges level, and just put a little crease in there, so that when you open it out you can see where the centre is. And I've got a little piece of embroidery silk here, which I'm now tying, with a bit of luck, round the middle. And you want to pull that in fairly tightly, but don't pull it up really tightly, because again you'll have trouble opening the tissue out. So a knot there. Sometimes I will use ribbon for this, and I'll leave the ribbon on so that I can use the ribbon to attach it to the gift. In this case I'm actually going to snip these off, because you can see what I'm doing better. Sometimes I use wire, which I've done on that one. Can you see? It depends what I'm then going to do with the flower afterwards. So that's where we've got to. Now this is the next bit, is what makes the difference on the appearance of the flower. You can cut a triangle here and then you'll get a spiky edge, or you can just curve it like this, go through all the thicknesses, and then you get more of a peony or hydrangea head. Of course, there's no reason why, although I've used all the same colour, you can actually, I'm just thinking that doesn't look quite central, you can mix the colour, which looks very effective actually. So take 1/2 of your flower and open it out. Now do be careful, because it is tissue. Just noticed I've got a little bit of a hole there, but it won't be seen. Open it out like that, and then you need to separate these layers of tissue. Now don't be tempted to pull this too hard, because at the end of the day it is only tissue paper. So just separate your layers like this. Doesn't matter if you rip a little bit, because let's face it, in the natural world it's highly unlikely that you're going to have an absolutely perfect flower petal on every bit. So that's 4. I think I've got, yeah, I have got 6. So just open them all out like that, and then take the other side and again open it that way, and then do, whoops, did you hear that, Rick? Do the same procedure again. Obviously, if you're using crepe paper, it is a little bit more robust than the tissue. So the tendency is not to tear it. But if you're doing small flowers, then I would say avoid the crepe. It gets a bit, it's difficult to do very small ones in crepe paper, just by nature of the crepe paper being thicker than the tissue. And if you've been doing some round objects and you've got strips left, this is ideal for using up your strips of tissue. So once you've opened it all out, you can then just fiddle it round if you want to, or you can just leave it, I like fiddling, until you've got all your petals more or less facing up. Lovely.